Go. Got it done. All this crap right here is just the bark and scrap pieces of all that and everything. And I've been working on this project for about a week. I had 21 stumps to start off with. So I had about, and we went back and got 8 more. So I had about 19 or 29 stumps total that I split up, and I don't even know how many I split up today, but I got here and realized how much I had left, and I said I'm gonna finish it up. So got that done. I got a little bit in the truck there, and the rest is on the trailer. What's going on, guys? Hope you enjoyed that little clip there. That was part 2 from last week's video. Last week you saw us hauling the logs out and everything, and then this week you saw us splitting it. And fun fact, that was actually filmed back in December. And so it's February now. We've actually already got all that wood sold. All that wood you saw us hauling out and splitting up there, it's already sold. And so we've had a really good firewood year this year. It's our first year to do it. We're just kind of testing the water on it, and I'll definitely be doing it every winter from here on out, hopefully. So, all right, guys. So this next clip is pretty neat. This is actually a chainsaw class that I got invited to by Mr. Tim, or COTONTOP3, as some of you may know him. So really enjoyed this class, had a lot of fun, learned a whole lot. And if you're interested in chainsaws or cutting down trees or anything like that, I highly encourage you to watch the rest of this video. And at the end, I'll tell you how you can learn more information about it. And so, hope you enjoy this next clip, and thanks for watching. Alright, so by now you're probably wondering what the heck we're doing. And right now we're boring into that log there. Boring is where you take the tip of the bar and you just bore straight into the tree. You can see there I'm going straight in. There you go. I'm the one on the left side of the log there. You can see me using that saw. See, I'm using it going straight in. So there's no down cuts, no up cuts, you're just going straight in. And what that's doing right now is we're kind of getting a feel for it, kind of a warm-up for what we're going to do later. And you'll see some more techniques and stuff. We're learning techniques we're going to do. And later on we'll do a filling simulation, and you'll see how all this boring comes into play. So just keep watching. And by the way, you can't really tell by looking at the video, but it was freezing this weekend, or that weekend. It was freezing. And I think it was in the 30s and 40s all weekend. It never got above about 45 the whole weekend. I mean, it was freezing cold, and you can see we all have coats on, and every once in a while if you watch, you'll see our breath, the steam coming off our breath there. I mean, it was cold, and it actually rained a little bit while we were at the class, and I mean, it was pretty chilly. So just want to throw that in there. You know, you can't really tell in the video, but it was cold. Alright, so if you look over to the left, you'll see the mini excavator there, and getting that next thing set up. He used that excavator a lot throughout the class, getting things set up and everything. So that's a really neat machine, and you'll see some more of it here in a little bit. But see, he's getting everything stood up there, and he set the grapple on top of that log to hold it up so we can saw into it and everything. And so you're about to see what we're going to do with that. Alright, so right here you see me walking up. Now I'm boring into it horizontal. We're not vertical anymore, we're doing it horizontal. Still boring into it there. He's having to reposition me there because I wasn't doing it level. But it's really hard to hold it level, especially at that angle, and how low I was having to go with it. So, but all these are about knowing where your bar tip is as you're boring, and maintaining, keeping it level and everything. So alright, so this right here is where it gets tough. You can see right here I'm going around the back side to see where my cuts are. You can see we got squares painted onto the log there. So we're doing exactly what you think we're doing. We're cutting the squares out of there. We're using boring in there and cutting the squares out of that log there. So that's what we're doing. You'll see at the end how this boring comes into play, and how it's used and everything. But this was a challenge right here, and I was not in a good spot right there. Ideal was about waist high, and I was down at the bottom. So but still, that was a really fun thing to do there, really neat. And so there you go. Alright, so this is getting towards the end of the class here. This is the tree felling simulation that I was telling you about. Now, we don't actually make this tree fall to the ground or anything like that. The mini excavator is holding it up. And so right now, as you can see, Mr. Tim's cutting his notch, and you'll see in a minute where all the boring and everything comes into play. basically this is the part where everything in the class that we've learned comes into play. This is where the foundations, you see where it all connects. So see, he's boring into the tree there and making his hinge. And so this was a really, really neat thing to do here. A lot of fun. We did this about 3 or 4 times. And so see, right now he's cutting around the back, and that tree would have fell right there. All right, so this is the end of the class here. Class ended shortly after this. So you can see we're all standing around cutting into these stumps. What we're actually doing is carving something, and Mr. Tim is making a cut there, and then we're all making the cut right after he does. So what the deal is he makes a cut and we make the same cut on our stump. And so it's kind of like follow the leader, I guess you could say. So you'll see what we're carving here in a minute. This was a really fun thing, good way to end the class. So you can see I'm still cutting over there. We're all still cutting. See this part right here, you're about to see what we're carving. And Mr. Tim makes it look real easy. And so there you go. You can see we're making a chair now. So he sits down in it. His chair is just perfect. And let's just say my chair didn't turn out that good. And so, but I was doing pretty good on this cut right here. What messed me up was this front cut right here. You can see I'm not holding the saw blade level. And so, needless to say, my chair won't stand up on its own. It'll fall over if I'm not sitting in it. So, but you can sit in it just fine. It's fairly comfortable. And so you can see I'm still struggling over there. I had to get Mr. Tim over there to give me some assistance. There we go. Got it cut. There goes my chair falling over. But anyway. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Had a really fun time with that class. Big shout out to Mr. Tim, COTONTOP3, for letting me come. Had a lot of fun. He does a really good job with that class. You'll learn a whole bunch of that class, a lot of fun. I really highly recommend going to it if you can and everything. And so if you want more information on the class, or if you're interested in chainsaws or felling trees or anything like that, go check out COTONTOP3 or Mr. Tim's channel, and I'll leave the link down in the description, and you can go check him out. And so, all right guys, so I was working on this video and I just now realized that I didn't say anything about the tree that you saw Mr. Tim cutting down there in the last part of the video there. So That was actually the day after the class, and Mr. Tim had invited us all to come watch him cut down that tree. And after the tree was on the ground and everything, we went through and worked on some pressure stuff, like when the limbs are holding the tree up, how to work with pressure on the limbs and stuff, and just how to manage it and everything. So that's what we did there. I wanted to throw that in there before I forgot, and I wanted to show you this real quick. So I actually brought some of the chairs home. This right here is the chair that I made. You can see it turned out pretty poor. It's sittable though. It still stands up, looks all right. And I'm pretty sure this is Mr. Tim's chair here. Turned out, so you can see, perfect compared to mine. So I thought that was pretty interesting. This is a pretty cool project we did here. And so I brought these home because I'm gonna try to make a couple myself just for fun and practice and everything. So I really thought I'd show you that, but you can see I really butchered that one up there. But anyway, all right guys, I appreciate you watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and also I'll put my links to my Instagram and Facebook down in the bottom. Go check them out, and appreciate it.